Hi, oh, how are we going? Welcome to another round of Redski's Righteous Readings, where the readings are always righteous. Thank you for joining me. We're doing the main monthly for none other sign than my beautiful Taurus, rising moon and suns only, no Venus placements here today. So, as I was just explaining to our lovely Aries, the main monthly has changed. It's still prevalent. It will not be a Celtic cross reading anymore. It will be another Redski design spread. So a Redski all original, ready to go. I've been, as I said previously on previous videos, trialing and testing spreads that I have developed, and I have developed one for the main monthly. So this will be now, moving forward, there's going to be some differences. There's no mid-monthlies anymore. There'll be the main monthly, which will not be love-based. It will be everything else based. Then we have the connection spread, main monthly, which is a love-based reading. And then we will have, as well as the main monthly addiction and recovery spread. All these spreads that I'm doing on the channel now, moving forward, are designed by myself. I really want this channel to reflect me, and no other way can I think of doing that than doing my own original spreads, my own original works here as best as I can. It's really I want this to be a patterned Redski original channel, where it's all about the things that I've tried and tested. You know, I don't expect all these things to work, so, you know, hit me up in the comments down below what your thoughts are. I do appreciate feedback, because this is all trial for the month of April. Moving forward, it's, as I said, it's a new month, but it is more importantly a new chapter for this channel. So the main monthly will still be very as normal. I do want the readings to get longer further on. It's just because this is a new spread, I have really tapered this down to about the sort of no more than 20-minute mark, and I know that's very short for a main monthly, but that will not stay that way. We're just doing it for the April month to get the feel for it. I want you guys to feel the format out and see that it has potential for much more richness, which it will have in the coming months as we go into May. Now, we will start with Tarot, 7 placements, and these placements are very specific parts of your life. Not love. Love will not be here unless something indicates that, and I will bring that forth. But there is no placement for the love connection in this round, because we have a love connection spread. So we'll go to Tarot first, and then we'll do additional messages. Now, the additional messages normally would be from 5 to 8 decks, maybe more oracles. I've tapered it down to only 2 or 3 oracle today, because I really want you know, to really focus on this Tarot spread, as it is a new spread. And yeah, it's just the way we're just going to do it for this month. But moving forward, it will be much more in depth, as it used to be with multiple oracle, animal spirit, and all the ruins, and that will come back, but just not this month. Okay, guys? So I'm sorry I'm jabbing away a bit. Things have changed, and I just want you to be informed as best as possible before we head into it, what it is we're actually doing here. And we're making magic, babies. We are making original, crisp magic via the Tarot and Oracle today. So, without further ado, Taurus, rising, moon, and sun placements of that sign. This will be your April 2021 main monthly spread. Here we go. Thank you for joining me. Go! For Taurus, what do we have coming in for the month of April, please? Spirits and guides. Redski's main monthly 7 placements spread. We start with card 1, please, Spirit. Okay, Taurus. So the first position is about work, and that's work currently in. We got the 9 of Swords for work, the work you're doing currently. So this is saying you do have some concern. You feel that there has been maybe a miscarriage around a work judgment and or position. This is saying that you have a lot of anxiety here over thoughts in general. Your thoughts are very ravaged with a lot of worry, concern, feeling that there has been a lot of misjustice here perhaps, or just general despair, really worrying about monetary means and or gains. Swords of thought energy, it's air energy. It's all about, you know, being up in your head and overthinking things. It's information and or connection and self-expression. So I'm saying here that you really do worry about in work. You have concerns that maybe there's an instability there, maybe your job may not be tenable, and maybe it's just the fact that you're just not happy in the position you're in at the moment in general. Your second card, my dear Taurus, is career. Now that is future energy in regards to work. So it's a branch off of that. So this is your career. This is the Ace of Swords. Now this is great. This is saying that you have great determination here, a lot of initiative, and you're really using strength and force here. You're being very active and expressive and triumphant in this. There will be success and prosperity with a deep emotional feeling. You'll love this work and you'll championship this work, and you'll really use it like a conquest and really divide and conquer the shit out of this. This is a very, very good position for future energy. So I love this in that career, future energy of work position, because it really does say you have sown a seed and it will come into a fruitional like state. You will be very active in it. You'll be very fertile with it. You'll be very doting upon it. You'll really put a lot of initiative, strength and force into it, and it will grow. This sword will have potential. So your future career energy is actually looking very good. You may have a lot of anxiety about work at the moment, but your future energy is saying it's good. Sorry about that. Your third position is family. So in regards to family, how is April looking for my Taurus? So we have the Justice in reverse. So in regards to family, you may feel that there's a little bit of biasm, a little bit of false accusations, being accused of something that you did not do. There might be a bit of bigotry or severity in judgment that you feel has been cast upon you. There is a bit of a feeling of, you know, intolerance here, and a real feeling of unfairness. Like you've really been made to pay the price for something when not only may you not have done it, but it was nowhere near in the severity of judgment. When judgment is reversed, it really is saying that you're getting the hammer and the tongs thrown at you here. And it really is sort of being made example of, you know, the crime does not match the time, but you still have to wear it kind of thing. There's a real feeling here of intolerance and really being unfairly treated. Or unfairly judged, I should say, unfairly judged. You feel like your opinions may not have counted, or that you were judged before your story was even able to be taken into effect or even gifted. So there is some feeling of biasm or bigotry towards family at the moment, just not understanding things well there. But your fourth placement is much more brighter, my darlings. The fourth placement is friends, because after family, what else do we need? We need friends, guys. So the Sun, this is bloody brilliant, okay, guys? Because friendships is having everything coming in for it. Your friendships are very satisfactory. There's accomplishment here. There's contentment here. There's success. It's a very, very favorable relationships here. You may be even looking at a close friend as a potential suitor, but this is just more saying that your friendship is solid and you really do enjoy this connection. That you have a real sentiment of unselfishness towards the connection, and you're very high-spirited when around your friends. There's a real warmth that comes from that connection, and there's a real sincerity, and really is saying that the sun is shining down on your affairs of friendship here. Now Taurus, fifth placement, very important placement, because this is talking about ambitions and inspirations. So things that you are inclined to want, things that you may want to aspire to and or endeavour on completing. And that is none other than the Eight of Pentacles inverted. So it's saying here in ambition and inspiration that you are having a bit of a lack of ambition to really bring anything into ideal here. You may feel a little bit disillusioned. You may feel a little bit flat at the moment and have a little bit of vanity or conceitment. But it's really feeling as if you've worked hard, but you don't know where to go from this point. So your ambitions and inspirations are a little bit, look at this space kind of thing. Watch this space. When I know, you'll know. I don't know now, but there will be something I will aspire to very soon, and I will really gung-ho at it. It's sort of like a respite reprieve at the moment. You're at the crossroad here. Got options, you're not sure where to go. Next card, very important, sixth card. The Knight of Wands, this is reflecting or in response to health. So health for Taurus over the month of April. Now the Knight of Wands is about a journey or an advancement into the unknown. Flight, absence, change of residence. Now when this comes to health, this could regard your practitioner or someone that you've regularly seen is moving and making it very difficult for you to get or access proper health care or health advice and or assistance. The Knight of Wands is also about advancement into the unknown. So some of you are going to hear news about health. Now, this is going to lead you down a path of the unknown. So there may be extra tests that you may need to do, some investigational in regards to a health complication that could be on the table, but you're not sure. And we're going back to do more work to find out what's here and what isn't here. So there is no danger yet. That's not predicted, but there is forward movement, and in a process of movement that isn't speedy. It is just constant. It's a move forward at a meek gallop at best. It's not a racehorse, this one. But it is coming in, sort of saying that we need to advance here. We need to go to the next step. We need to investigate more. We need to tick the boxes, is what this is saying. So we need to investigate, we need to tick all those boxes. So there's not any imminent issue here, but it's more the fact of just making sure that there's not. It's like crossing the T's, dotting the I's kind of situation on health here. So if you've gone for, just a basic checkup, they're now going to probably want bloods and urines, and, they want to investigate this further. They really want to tick the boxes and say, well, we tested that, and that's a nil. And we tested that, and that's a nil. So I wouldn't be too concerned about health, but do go through with the additional testing if your GP and or practitioner advises such. Now, the 7th card, which is the last card for the spread, this is advice from Spirit, and this is the Queen of Cups. Now, this is saying, Spirit is saying, do not forget, you are a warm-hearted and a very fair individual. You're beloved, adored, you're a good friend and mother, if you are a mother, or you would make great potential here, that you are a very devoted individual. Whether you are coupled, singled, you honor and you cherish your relationship, you put that foremost. If you have children, that as well. You are very practical, you're very honest, and you're a very loving and intelligent person with a gift of vision and foresight. So what Spirit is trying to say is you know a lot more than what you think you know. Your intellect is much more than what you're investigating it into. You know the answers. You do not need to seek much further than yourself to actually know what's going on. It's all up in there. You just got to access it. And you have access to it. You've just probably forgotten how to do it. You just need to tap back into that spiritual essence of self. Meditation may help here, because the cups, it's water energy, and as you can see, her throne is therefore above the water. She is well, on the shore of the water, I should say, on the banks. But she will get puzzled by the water, yet she stands there, or she sits there on her throne with that beautiful cup, that lipped cup. Now, at the bottom of the deck, underlying energy, we had Temperance, sign of Sagittarius, the Sun sign of Leo there too. There is a bit of a consensus here. I don't know why I said the Sun sign of Leo then. I have no idea. I think I'm thinking of a reading I just did before. My apologies. Never mind. A little bit tired today, and the kids are a little bit rambunctious, so I apologise for that, Taurus. So the underlying energy was Temperance. This is sign for Sagittarius, and it is a sign that you are using a lot of moderation and temperance itself. You're being very patient. You're gaining accomplishment through self-control and frugality, not rushing, pushing, and pulling. Take everything in its own space, in its own time, in its own breath when it comes. No need to overstrain here, and I think that's a bit of a reminder for that work position, that 9 of Swords, because that is the card of mental anguish and or anxiety. So I do believe Temperance may be sort of giving you a bit of a flow through to that, because your work was very prevalent in this reading as well. So be frugal, have moderation, use Temperance as a guide here through the month of April, because you will find harmony within that, and you'll make the necessary adjustments, because you'll see a lot more of you going at a gallop rather than a full bolted roar. Okay, so now we'll get additional messages now for Taurus. As I said, this part is very meek to what it would normally be. So we've got the Butterfly Oracle here, and we'll just get some additional messages for Taurus, please, my spirits and guides. Okay, so we have sobriety. So maybe this could be the family issue with that Justice card here. or why you can't find ambition at the moment. Maybe you are in the midst or and in a period of sobriety, of recovery, or things of that nature. Any additional, there we go, popping fresh. We have seeking and finding. So we are seeking and we are finding, we are looking, we are learning. Followed by that, we have finances. So yeah, that's that Eight of Pentacles inverted. Not knowing where to go, what the next step is, reassessing and understanding. And we have volunteer. So we could be volunteering here our time and or services, or feeling out new job prospects through volunteering is also another way to, you know, put it on the resume, but you can also use that as a you know, learning stave as well. So now the crazy sexy love notes. I love these. Oh, Taurus has listen to your body. So this will be in regards to health. No matter how bad we feel, our bodies are always working on our behalf to create health and vitality. Meet your body halfway by acting on the messages it sends you. Whether it's a whisper or a roar, don't ignore what you hear. Listen to your body. It wants what is best for you. So I love that. And the other card to come was you are healing. So healing happens in seasons. It can't be rushed or forced to fit a schedule. So see that schedule thing again. So often we curse the seeds that haven't taken root, failing to realize it's water, sunlight and care. Bullying ourselves to grow only blocks ourselves through our regeneration. Also, sometimes the healing we're focused on isn't the healing that's taking place. There's a much deeper healing going on. So be patient, dear one. You are healing. So healing from a connection here, healing ourselves, healing in general, I'm seeing being very prevalent for Taurus this month. So thank you so much for joining me for the main monthly, and I'll see you next round on Red Skis Righteous Readings, where the readings are always righteous. Don't forget, if you've not done so, subscribe to the channel. Cheers all.